I'm Charlie, and today I'm going to be showing you how to make my delicious honey barbecue beef ribs. This recipe can serve between 2 and 4 people, and it is absolutely delicious. So let's get started. Here is all what you will need to make your honey barbecue beef ribs. You will need 4 pounds of beef ribs, salted butter, 1 15-ounce can of tomato paste, sugar, vinegar, molasses, honey, liquid smoke, and for your seasonings you will need some salt, Tony Chachere's Creole seasoning. Now if you don't have this, you can use the Zatarain's Creole seasoning or the Slap Your Mama Creole seasoning. And along with that, you will need some Acadian Life Mesquite barbecue rub, and all their seasonings can be found at www.acadianlife.com. To bake your honey barbecue beef ribs, you will need an 11 by 17 inch baking pan and some aluminum foil. And there we have it. We're going to start by adding our beef ribs into a strainer, and we're going to rinse them off with cold water. Using some napkins, pat your ribs dry. Now at this time, if you want to trim off any excessive fat, you can do so. Now let's add some seasoning. Add a half a teaspoon of Tony Chachere's Creole seasoning, 1 teaspoon of Acadian Life Mesquite barbecue rub, and 1/8 cup of liquid smoke. Using your hands, rub the seasonings and the liquid smoke onto the ribs. Now you want to make sure you do this to both racks of ribs. Let your ribs marinate in your refrigerator for 1 hour, or you can let this marinate overnight. Butter the bottom of your baking pan. Preheat your oven to 325 degrees. Place your ribs into your baking pan. Add your aluminum foil on top of your baking pan and wrap the edges of the aluminum foil around the edges of your baking pan. Using a fork, poke holes into the aluminum foil. This will allow the hot air to escape while baking. Place into a preheated 325 degree oven. Bake for 3 hours. While the ribs are baking, let's make the barbecue sauce. Add 3/4 cup of tomato paste, 1/4 cup of vinegar, 1/4 cup of liquid smoke, 1/4 cup of molasses, 1/4 cup of honey, 1/3 cup of sugar, and option if you want to add some salt, a half a teaspoon of salt. Stir all your ingredients together until well combined. Now the amounts for this barbecue sauce is less than what you see in this actual video, and this is how it looks when we're done. Preheat your fire to medium-high heat. Add your barbecue sauce into a medium-sized pot. Give that a quick stir. Let this come to a simmer first. Then you're going to let it simmer for 3 minutes. It's been about 3 minutes now, and our barbecue sauce is now done. Now the barbecue sauce will thicken as it cools. Turn your fire off. You can make your barbecue sauce ahead of time. You can take this and place this into your refrigerator, and it can last up to a month. Our ribs should be done now. We're going to remove the ribs out of the oven after baking on 325 degrees for 3 hours. Remove the aluminum foil. Using a fork, we're going to check the ribs for tenderness, and as you can see, that fork goes all the way through the ribs. That lets us know that the ribs are done. Drain the pan juices and add some aluminum foil onto the bottom of your baking pan. Now we're going to add our racks of ribs onto the baking pan. Preheat your oven to 400 degrees. Here I have our barbecue sauce with a pastry brush. We're going to take the barbecue sauce and we're going to generously brush the barbecue sauce onto the ribs. You want to make sure you coat both sides. Place into your broiler part of your oven. Let this sit for 5 minutes. After 5 minutes, remove your barbecue ribs from the broiler part of your oven. Now we're going to let these ribs cool for about 5 minutes before serving. Here's the final presentation. And there you have it. Honey barbecue beef ribs. If you like my channel, you can subscribe to it. You can also check out this recipe along with all of my other recipes, as well as contact me or donate to the channel. Visit www.charliethecookandrews.com. You can also like, follow, or contact me on Facebook at www.facebook.com/charliethecookandrews. Stay tuned as Charlie's Taste Test is coming up next. Now it's time for Charlie's Taste Test. Look at that. I love beef ribs. The ribs are nice and tender. Then you have the flavor from all the seasonings that we added, and then that honey barbecue sauce. So good. Oh man. Absolutely delicious. If you haven't tried beef ribs, you need to try it. Very good. And there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. Honey barbecue beef ribs, made by a New Orleans native. I hope you all enjoyed the video. So, until next time, take care, and I hope you all have a blessed day. Peace.